Andrew has travelled to Israel. He's going to join us each night with exclusive footage and information from the front line, and he joins us from Israel. Great to see you, my friend. I mean, can you give me some sort of a feeling of the mood of the nation of Israel? Is it possible to do that?
A good question, Steve. It's fascinating. We have a debate in Australia whether Israel should keep fighting or stop or ceasefire or whatever. No debate here at all. Absolutely none, apart from a few minor figures. People I talk to of the left and the right are both absolutely united. This war must be fought and must be fought and won. And when you actually see what they've gone through and what's at stake, just down the road, 45 minutes away, is Gaza. You wouldn't believe there's a war going on there right now, right here in Tel Aviv. I mean, people are running exercises, playing on the beach, although a guy just walked past me with a submachine gun, so people are aware. I was talking to a top general yesterday, a war hero from the Six-Day War, and he pulled out a pistol from his ankle holster and said, "I'm ready." That's how they feel here. This is a war that must be won.
And you don't have to go far, do you, Andrew, outside of where you are right now to see the effects of what happened on October 7. Tell me about that kibbutz you went to, which is a rather unique place, but a deadly place. I think 30 people died. There was more than 30 people died, and a lot of people were kidnapped. What was that like to visit?
Well, it's extraordinary. I went to two sites down the road down there. Like I say, they were about 40 minutes away. One was a kibbutz and one was the field where there'd been a sort of peace concert. And it was extraordinary. I'll tell you about both. Firstly, kibbutz. It's a socialist kibbutz. I mean, you see the left marching, Israel, anti-Israel, anti-Israel. This was a socialist kibbutz. They all share their income. And I walk down the path and you see the pictures outside the houses that were destroyed. They still haven't been rebuilt. And the pictures that hang there of people kidnapped or killed. 105 people killed, 30 kidnapped, some released. There's about 11 still missing, but they reckon 5 or 6 are dead. And this is just one of the streets, right? I'm not picking out one house here, one house there. Just walk down the street and left, right. The terrorists went through shooting dead people, whoever they found, peaceniks, elderly couples. In one house, I couldn't believe it. I walked in. The man and woman were both killed. I think they were in about their 60s or something like that. I walked into where the terrorists must have chased one of them, machine gun bullets everywhere, that even shot up the computer screen. It was like a war on modernity. It was just extraordinary. Someone must have hidden there. You see the bullets in the wall, and then the computer screen shot dead. What is that? That's apart from the sheer brutalities of the people. I noticed soldiers going up and down there, like paying pilgrimage, reminding themselves what they're fighting for. There are even more. There are a couple of hundred soldiers at the next place I went to, which is the killing field. That was a peace concert of all things. 400 people there, everyone with their picture on a pole, trees planted for all of them. Some of the people you see there, well, look how young they are. They're no threat to anyone. Deliberately massacred. This is not accidental collateral damage. This is a deliberate massacre. And there were hundreds of soldiers in the car park there getting the rousing speeches, being given rousing speeches. They're being reminded what they're fighting for. And I tell you, the spirit is just incredible. And they look at the Western world saying, stop, stop, stop. And as that general, that war hero told me, we're not going to stop because it's two people fighting for the one bit of land. And Israel knows if they lose, they're gone. Because Hamas doesn't want them a peace deal. They've been offered peace deals. They want Israel destroyed, and these people know it.
You're in a unique position in that you've come out of Australia within days and you're where you are now and you've seen the horror of what happened on the 7th of October. Do you think any of the people who are demonstrating back here, any of the anti-Semites that have shocked Australia since that time, do you think any of them would have their minds changed if they could stand where you stood yesterday and looked at the faces of those dead young people?
Well, they'll be saying, what about the babies of Gaza, et cetera, et cetera. But they don't realise this is a war for Israel's existence. They're trying to end a war that started, 76 years ago, with when about 4 Arab nations, 5 tried to destroy Israel. A lot of the refugees come from there. 750,000 fled Israel. There are now 6 million refugees registered with the United Nations, paid for by us, a particular refugee agency just for them, UNRWA, and they've traded for 76 years of victimhood. We've had so many refugees populations since. They don't have a UN agency for them. 10 million Germans kicked out of Eastern Europe after World War II. 14 million Hindus and Muslims kicked out of India and Pakistan in the partition. 3 million refugees of the Korean War. They've all gone and made new lives. Are the Palestinians? No. It's their victimhood that gives them the status and the money, and it's bred a culture of hatred of Israel because that's their reason for existence. But if they did come here, Steve, I tell you, they would see, they say apartheid state. Let's see Arabs walking down here, just Jaffa down the road. I just had a meeting at a media business there. They employed Arabs and Israelis and Jews, right there. Where's the apartheid state? I don't see it. It's just ridiculous.
Just finally, Andrew, I mean, you're standing there on the famous beachfront in Tel Aviv. How close to Gaza do you think you're going to get, and is it safe to go down that far?
Well, I was hoping to go inside Gaza. The IDF was saying, we can't take any journalists right at the moment, so I don't know what that's about. I'll try again. But where I was yesterday, you could hear the artillery, the Israeli artillery, boom, boom, boom. Probably 15 times when I was there. And the closer you get, obviously, you get more and more military and military vehicles. But the striking image for me really was all those. This is my 4th visit to Israel, and I've been once before to the West Bank. I got to say again, I've paid for this trip. I've gone on. This is my holiday. You'll know, Steve, Israeli soldiers used to go to Masada, a thing in the desert, high on a hill, where the Romans had conquered a rebellion and found all the people who held out to the very last committed suicide. That's the story. And soldiers go up there to pledge their defense of the Israeli state, and they say, Masada must never fall again. Now the soldiers are doing it to these sites here, to the massacre sites. They do not want this again. When they say never again, they mean never again. That's what they're fighting for.
Andrew, it's great to have a perspective from someone on the ground, and congratulations on being there. I look forward to sitting in your hot seat this week and talking to you each day and get your insight into what's going on. Good on you, mate. Look after yourself.